This is Exleys on the NFL Unfiltered. UK style, let's get into it.
This is Exleys on the NFL Unfiltered UK style. Let's get into it. I'm Tony, that's Stephen, and today we had a question on Instagram. Because I don't manage the Instagram since upgrading my phone, for some reason I am not on the Instagram, so I don't see all the notifications. We had a question from an American guy called Mason asking how we got into the NFL over here. So for me, it was like 2012, around June, July time. My son was just born and I was up in the night feeding him, flicking through the Sky channels, and there was an NFL game on. So I just started watching it. I think it was Green Bay. I did actually work out it was Green Bay versus the Bengals, and Green Bay won. For the life of me, I couldn't tell you the score. It was like halfway through, so I didn't take too much notice. But then when you watch films like Wildcats, Gridiron Gang, stuff like that, I really got into the NFL through films and then watching one singular game in 2012. So it's been a long ass time that I followed the Packers. That's how I got into it. How about you, Steve?
I mean, it was similar apart from the sun thing. I mean, I was up, I think I'd worked I worked late or had to get up for an alarm call or something, but I was up in the middle of the night. And you know, when you're just sort of flicking through the channels because there's nothing on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I changed it to like channel 4 or 5.
I think that's what I found it on.
And it was doing like an NFL. I don't know if it was like a live game or if it was like, I can't remember if it was a live game or if it was a recap of a game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they were doing, and it was an Eagles game. I can't remember who they were playing, and I thought they looked quite interesting. So I sort of started doing some Googling and what have you, looking them up and that. I'm sure it was like just before COVID and everything.
Yeah.
Because I remember when it can't have been long before COVID, because I remember when COVID hit, I was like, I've got nothing to do, so I just started looking into them loads and started.
Remember
you
being. I remember, I kind of looked into Green Bay a bit more and looking into Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and the history and that, and I was like, oh, that's fucking well deep. I remember the first time you found out that, because obviously I didn't speak to anyone about American football because
nobody over here apart from us really does, do they? Like nobody.
No, we don't know anyone that plays football. Well, I do now from playing flag, but back then I didn't know. And then the first time I think I mentioned it, or I was wearing my first and only Green Bay beanie I had, you were like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, it was weird, like figuring out without you saying anything that you also like the NFL.
Yeah, I didn't know you were into
it was
the
quite
NFL.
tricky.
Yeah, because we don't live together. We don't live near each other.
Yeah, but no, it was just one of those things, wasn't it? You know, you're up late, there's nothing on TV, so you start looking at what's on. And of course, over here, there isn't a lot of sports on at that time, so anything you do find is going to be American.
Yeah, and that is exactly the same way I found Sons of Anarchy as well. Yeah, that's how I found out about Sons of Anarchy. I started watching that in the middle of the night when I was doing a night feed when he was a couple of months old, and I was like, well, this is fucking quite good. Then I think I bought like the first series or something on DVD. But anyway. So, top news this week. ESPN sources, Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice expected to have his disciplinary hearing with the NFL on Tuesday, the 30th of September in New York. This means he's likely available for the first 4 weeks of the season before any discipline is imposed for that multi-car crash in Dallas. Mate, what?
Yeah, so since finding that, I've also seen some rumours that some of the NFL execs want to bring it forward to the first. So he misses he misses all games at the start of the season. Yeah. And some are arguing it should be like from week 4 or something, so you might be able to play some early games. So it's supposed to be September 30th. But obviously that would mean he could play the first 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
But some apparently want to bring it forward so that if he's going to be banned, it starts from the start of the season.
Yeah, it makes sense. Why have him play a couple of games? Just if he's going to be banned, ban him for the season.
Well, the thing is, if you ban him and it's only like a half-season ban, it's 7 or 8 weeks, he can come back for the second half of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's an entire season, it should be the entire season. It shouldn't be, play 3 or 4 games, but then you're out.
That's why they need to bring it forward, I think, before the season starts. Make their decision and say, yes, half the season ban, full season ban, not
Or
even
just
4 weeks.
Games or whatever. Yeah, it should be brought forward. At the end of the day, the court case side of it's done. Yeah, they know everything about it, so it's not like they're going to find out, oh, he's now being sentenced, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I guess we shall see when you would have thought it'd be sorted out by now, wouldn't you?
But the NFL PA drama continues. One of their top lawyers, Heather McPhee, has been placed on paid administrative leave after multiple HR complaints, allegations ranging from ignoring directions to bullying colleagues, which is quite mad, really.
Yeah, that is a...
So that's a huge shake-up for the union, though, because that's 3 of their highest people all gone to be replaced.
They're going to need to... Oh, I don't know what you would do.
I mean, realistically, the only way to kind of deal with it is to bring people in from the outside. So
yeah,
start.
That would be how I would have said it. It's a big thing, isn't it, really? Bullying.
I mean, all 3 of those positions aren't going to be easy positions to fill. You can't just bring someone in off the street. I understand that. And you're going to have to place interim people in, rah, rah. But I think if you want something to really change, you need to bring people in that can see
outside in. Different people with different perspectives of things. So, former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh has been hit with a massive penalty, a 10-year show cause, while analyst Connor Stallings got 8 years and Denard Robinson got 3. Pretty much wipes out their college football involvement for years. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is not going to...
He wasn't going back. That's why he got out.
Yeah, he's not going to come back.
At some point.
Yeah, 10 years. I don't know how old he is, but I would imagine he's not going to want to come back anyway. Connor Stallings got 8. He's like in his 30s, I think, so he could come back.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going to have to find something else. I think he'll be content where he is, at least for the time being.
Would anyone want him back, knowing that he is a known cheater? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's going to be the problem for all 3 of them.
They're never going to get coaching jobs again, are they? Or analyst jobs or whatever.
It's going to be very hard.
I'm surprised they still got to keep the championship title, to be fair, after that.
Yeah, I did hear, though, that Michigan are being hit with like a $2 million fine as well.
I think I've seen that as well.
But they got lucky because they're not being excluded from college football playoffs.
That's not too bad.
It's lucky for Michigan because apparently normally that would be an automatic 3 or 4 year disqualification from the playoffs.
Rightly so, if you've got people knowingly cheating.
But there's apparently I've heard that because of how serious this was, it's being reinstated after this, that it will be, if it happens again, you will automatically be disqualified for 4 or 5 years or something.
Yeah, rightly so. Rightly fucking so, mate. If I'm honest, I would.
I mean, I'm happy about it.
Being a Michigan fan.
But yeah, they got fucking lucky. I'm glad it's over and it's dealt with so that Michigan can move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Jim Harbaugh is, once his 10 years is up, I don't think he's going to be looking to go back.
No, I wouldn't imagine so, that he would be back at his age. He's not a young man. No. So in 10 years, where's he going to be? Do you know what I mean?
Jim Harbaugh is 61.
Yes. You say that, but look at
Pete Carroll,
who's just gone to college. He was New England. Brain fog.
Yeah, my mind's gone blank.
You know who we're talking about. If you know who we're talking about, he was the head coach of the Patriots.
He was GM, I think, wasn't he? I think he managed to eventually become GM and head coach.
Yeah, when Tom Brady was there, Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman. If you know who we're talking about. Bill Belichick. See, still put it in the comments if we got it right, because my brain went completely fucking blank. That's how long it's been since we've spoken about Bill Belichick.
I mean, he's just trying to stay out of the way recently, I think. Yeah. He's got the football season's about to restart, isn't it? So he's just trying to focus on that, I expect.
So, you've got some injury news for us.
Yeah, 49ers placed Andre Dillard on season-ending IR. Vikings wide receiver Rondale Moore is also out for the season with a knee injury. Shedeur Sanders has been, last update was that he was changed from healthy to questionable with an oblique injury.
Yeah, I've seen that.
it was unlikely he was going to play for the Eagles. There was an outside chance, but I haven't heard anything on his injury status since then.
He didn't play. Who did they play?
What's his name? Gabriel something. Gabriel Dillon or something?
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel, yeah.
The guy they picked before him, and he didn't. The Browns beat the Eagles. The Eagles got beat again.
Yeah, oh yeah, but so the first one was very close. I can't remember. I think the Eagles actually won the first one, but like a very close game.
Mhm.
This wasn't really a close game, but the team as a whole, backups weren't playing very well. There was a few good players that had some good outings.
Mm-hmm.
So their first round pick linebacker had a sack, a tackle for loss, and like 4 other tackles, I think. Their rookie safety came out, got a pick 6 in the first quarter.
I seen that.
We've got a forced fumble and a pass deflection, I believe. And I think they took him out after like halftime, maybe.
I did watch the game, and I just remember thinking, man, this is a painful game to watch. Eagles.
It's like the backups competitions are still wide open. Yeah. Like the cornerback position, who's going up to line up next to Quinion Mitchell, that's wide open. But the guy that they just traded for, that cornerback, I can't remember his name, but apparently there was, like, when he was being in, it was believed he wasn't even going to be in the mix because he's just been traded for. He's apparently now in the mix. So there's like 3 corners fighting for a job.
I don't remember the Packers game. I know we beat the Colts and we done a good fucking job of beating the Colts, but like, sometimes Willis always looks really good. He reminds me of a young Aaron Rodgers, the way he moves around the field.
Yeah, your tight end was looking pretty good. Not Tucker Kraft.
Luke Musgrave. Yeah. Yeah, you got Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave.
I think there might have been a rookie you had or something.
Oh, I don't know. I watched it as well, but it feels like sometimes I watch it. So they played Saturday night. Saturday night. And then I watched it Sunday. It's now Tuesday. And since then, I've watched every game, and I can't remember what happened in about 65% of the games. The really shit games. If Packers play really bad, I remember it.
Yeah.
But if they play really, really well, I'm like, thank fuck they fucking beat them. But I can't remember the fucking game. I can't remember half the plays.
Packers had some issues. I remember that, but they were as a backup team were looking pretty good.
This is what I look at it now at the moment. We got 1 more week of preseason. And that's when all the kinks should be slowly ironed out, and the team should be looking better. We should have our first strings in every team, not just Packers, everybody.
Well, Jordan Love's
his surgery apparently went well.
He's back at practice. And who was it I messaged you about the other day? He's coming back.
Romeo Doubs. Yeah. I want to say Romeo Doubs just has come back.
So you're looking pretty good this season. So
it is preseason.
I think that's what everyone forgets. It's preseason. It's mainly when they're testing out the rookies and the backups and the new signings.
I think that's why I don't really remember a lot of it. It doesn't absorb into my brain because it's just preseason.
Although they're not happy to lose, I'm more looking for certain people to show them signs of actually being good and who might take certain positions.
Yeah. So Browns rookie running back Quinshon Judkins will not face formal charges after prosecutors declined to move forward. He should return to the team soon, though the NFL is still investigating.
But he did get signed by the Browns. So, he's on the team and everything. And I think them declining to push forward with it is probably a good thing for him.
Yeah.
Because it means like it can't be any real evidence or anything.
No, definitely not. And it's now just waiting to see what the NFL says, does, or isn't going to do.
Look, you can't be doing this shit. They got to do something.
No, definitely not. I don't think so either, if I'm honest.
But OBJ watch. It's about that time, really.
It's about time that someone last year was.
It wasn't a good year for him last year.
But last year we had a different person in this exact same situation, like 1 week away from the start of the season, and they were waiting to get signed. So
he's made it clear that the rumours spread of him from a fake Adam Schefter account on Twitter that he was going to retire. He said he's not retiring and still wants to play in 2025. Apparently still training, preparing himself, practicing his craft and all that. I think it'll be interesting to see where he lands.
I have heard a few different, like, Steelers, Eagles,
Eagles,
Packers. Who else did I see?
The only reason I know he's not going to the Eagles is we've already got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. That's our star receivers.
Yeah.
Jahan Dotson we traded for last season. He didn't do bad towards the end. He did pretty good. You know, he had like a 60, 70-yard catch in the Super Bowl. Apparently he's really come on a long way since then. So it looks like he's wide receiver 3. Then we already had 2 from the draft last year receivers, stepped up a bit. Another guy coming this season who had quite the showing in the first preseason game, and we've just traded for another receiver.
I was just going to say you've traded for another one. We're exactly the same in Green Bay. We got like 7 receivers.
I heard a rumor the Eagles have got like 11 receivers on the roster at the moment.
Oh, we got like 7, I think. I don't think we've got 11.
But I mean, 52-man rosters coming, cut downs coming, so I don't think
that fat
11.
Who is left? Who else could take him that hasn't already had him? He's been to the Browns. He's been to the Dolphins. He's been to the Ravens. Who else has he been with?
I mean, let's think about it, though. Not just where he's been. Where would he be a good fit? But I would like people in the comments to tell us where they think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah.
I think Steelers would be quite good. Who else? I mean, if you went back to the Browns, I don't think it would hurt them. They could do with some help there.
Because the Bengals are good.
The Bengals have paid their 2 receivers. They ain't got the money.
Yeah. Casey, though.
You could go to Casey.
Yeah, Casey could do with a receiver that.
I don't know if they necessarily need a number 1 or maybe a number 2, but I think they could do with some vets. I don't know how they're looking for vets.
That's how I was going to say. The seasoned receiver, I was going to say.
Yeah. They could do with someone to pass on some knowledge to the youngers and be a good backup, I expect.
Yeah. So, moving on quickly. Aaron Rodgers has a chance to join Brady, Breeze, Peyton, and Favre as the only QBs to beat all 32 NFL teams if he wins in Week 8. That is going to be...
Who are they playing in Week 8?
Green Bay.
Oh, is it?
Yes, he's coming back to Green Bay.
Oh, is it a home game for Green Bay?
I'm pretty sure it's a home game for Green Bay.
That'll sting a bit if he wins that.
Yeah, and Jordan Love has said he's looking forward to playing his old mentor. He said it'd be like a nice feeling to be on the opposite side of the field.
I think it'd be quite good for Love to do.
Yeah,
win or lose, but I would like to see Green Bay beat him and stop that happening.
Yeah, 100%. So would I. I've not heard anything from like on the side of Aaron Rodgers. You know, it's going into the season now. Preseason started. He goes radio silent. There's nothing spoken about from him, from the camp or his camp or anything. So it's impossible to know how he is feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. In a way, I want it to happen, and in a way, I don't. Obviously, I don't want Green Bay to lose the game and all that again, especially against the Steelers. But also, I kind of do, because it's only Brady, Breeze, Peyton, and Favre that have done it.
Yes.
That's quite an exclusive list.
Yeah, there's only 4 people. Could he be number 5?
With his career that he's had, that would be quite a good way to go. If he's not getting a championship ring, that would be quite a good thing to get before you go out.
Yeah, be one of the 5 people to beat all 32 teams. That's quite a legacy to leave behind, along with those 4 other legendary QBs.
Yeah, because they're all pretty much Hall of Famers. I expect Rodgers will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Whether they're first balloters, I couldn't say, but I expect all of them are going in the Hall of Fame.
100%. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, all of them have had fantastic careers.
Yeah, and they
I'm pretty sure Brady will be a first rounder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The shit he done with the Patriots.
Yeah, and now having his finger in the Saints pies. No, the Raiders pies.
He shouldn't be allowed to comment on Raiders.
No, I don't think he should be.
I don't think he should be an NFL commentator if he owns part of a team.
I don't think he should be allowed to commentate anyway. He's a bellend. That's my opinion. As a sports player, as a football player, he's good. But as a commentator, I think he's a bit of a chopper.
Not only that, I mean, did you listen to some of the games that he commentated on last year? They were weird, man.
Yeah. It always goes back to when he was playing.
Yeah.
You're not playing now.
Yeah, when I was playing, nobody gives a shit. We're here to watch a different game. It's a different game.
Commentate your turn it.
Yeah. It's not even the Patriots. Like, it's not even the Bucks. Just shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, this one, I feel 2 ways about. I think everyone will. But Cowboys owner Jerry Jones revealed he battled advanced melanoma and credited his recovery to an experimental drug. I think it's good that he beat cancer.
Yeah.
good when anybody beats cancer. That should have been a sign he shouldn't be GM and owner of the fucking team, trying to negotiate Micah Parsons' contract and all his other shit while he's dealing with that.
Yeah.
Have a GM handle all that shit.
Yeah, he should just be the owner, not GM and everything else.
If he wants to be owner, give up ownership. If he wants to be GM, give up ownership.
Yeah.
Which he's never going to do, but he needs to give up GM. He's not young, that's the other fucking thing. So, this shit's only going to get worse for him.
Yeah. Before
he is 82.
Yeah, it's not. You're just hanging on now, aren't you? You know what I mean? Hanging on to what was with the Cowboys.
Yeah, they haven't been to an NFC championship game for like 29, 30 years. He is just repeating the same shit every year.
Yeah.
And it's not doing him any good. And I hate to say it, I think Dak needs to get out of there. Once out, get him a fresh start, get a new GM in. If Jerry wants to stay owner. But just start afresh.
Dak could possibly do what all other quarterbacks have done, left the team that they were on and perform so much better when they go to a new team. Just my opinion.
Jerry Jones are hanging over his head. I think that could be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he'll ever be elite. I couldn't say. I mean, he's been in a while now. But I think he could be like a Joe Flacco and go around and still play good ball.
Yeah. He's subpar where he is.
Yeah, they're wasting his talents, I think.
Yeah, and we've Dak bashed plenty on this podcast. But
it's the Cowboys. But I think Jerry needs to give up GM.
Yeah, same. Here is your call, Jerry Jones. The funny thing is he doesn't even fucking know who we are. Trading block quickfire round. The Bengals are listening to trade offers for Trey Hendrickson. The rumor is they want a young defensive player plus a first-round pick. Panthers, Browns, and Colts have all shown interest. I thought they would want a bit more than that, but...
Honestly, I did, but at the same time, it's getting so close to the start of the season.
Just get something better. That's how they're looking at it now, I feel.
That's what I feel, because if you want a young defensive player, you want rookie. You want rookie contract, pay him a little bit, get a good player. And that's what they had with Trey Hendrickson. But Trey Hendrickson went off the fucking charts. Yeah. Now he wants the money he's valued at. They don't want to pay him because they've just forked out for Jamar. I mean, I saw a thing that apparently Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and name's gone. Who's the other receiver?
Not T. Higgins is left now?
I think it's T. Higgins, yeah. Like, their three salaries equate to like something like 40% of their salary for the whole team.
The fuck? You're joking. That's mental.
That's like three players. Like, it's just fucking insane.
Bonkers. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so I can see why they don't want to pay Trey Hendrickson. But at the same time, that man is worth the money.
Yeah.
You either need to get him moved out so you can move on, or pay him and just fucking get it over with. You've pushed this too late.
Yes, it's gone too long now. Just give the man his money.
And the one thing I will say is, don't count out the Eagles.
Howie
Roseman sat on a lot of draft capital for next season.
Yeah, you got 11 picks for next season?
No, I think it's either 11 or 12, because the one we've just traded with, it was a pick swap. So we've just gone from a 5th to a 6th. So like it's not even, because it was just a player for player and a pick for pick. So it's not like we lost anything. They didn't lose anything.
Still good.
And Howie Roseman's known to be that kind of...
He's a wheeler and dealer.
Yeah, so don't count them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Texans and Eagles trade players, Texans took tight end Harrison Bryant in a 5th round. Eagles took wide receiver John Mechie 3rd and a 6th round. He played together with Devontae Smith at Alabama.
Right.
So they were both on a championship team. And from what I could see, he's a decent receiver.
Yeah.
But from what I saw of the Texans, they didn't play him a lot, so he didn't get a lot of reps.
There we go. We spoke about this when we were talking about that just a minute ago, so I don't think we need to dive too much into that. It is a win-win for both parties, I think.
Yeah.
And like you said, Howie Roseman is a wheeler and dealer. He knows what he's doing. And I'm yet to see a deal that the Eagles have done that doesn't work.
Well, when I saw we did have one, Bryce Huff. They just traded him to the Falcons this year. But I did see about that. Apparently, after he was traded to the Eagles, he didn't want to be there from the start. So I think he played shit to get out.
Yeah. And now we're seeing with the Falcons, see how it goes.
But yeah, I saw something on one of the threads of when the Eagles have traded for Mechie that Howie's apparently not done making trades.
Oh.
An anonymous GM that had said to the reporter, don't count him out of trades yet. He's not done. So
we could be seeing some more trades coming from the Eagles very soon. So I got a viewer question. Here is one for everybody listening. If Odell Beckham Jr. really signs with the Steelers, are they legit contenders in the AFC or just a circus waiting to happen? That's one for everybody at home.
Yeah.
You have to
talk on this, but I think there'll be a better one for the viewers to comment on and discuss.
Comment, let us know what you think, and maybe next week we will discuss what you guys have said. Moving on to contracts.
Yeah, finally, Bill's nightmare is over. James Cook lands a 4-year, $48 million extension. He guaranteed from the Bills. I mean, it's a tough negotiation. Both sides finally agreed on a number. And it's one I'm glad to see over. Because Cook is a good running back.
I don't think I know. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
But you ever see like Bill's highlights from a 1-yard running back plowing through people? That's James Cook. Do you remember seeing the highlight thing from last season? He was running and he had like long dreads, and someone yanked on his hair and he kept running.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, because that is part of their uniform apparently, and it's a legal tackle. I can understand that shit.
No.
Ever. Packers claim wide receiver Kawan Baker off of waivers from the Raiders. Commander signed wide receiver River Caracraft and released Mike Staranchan. Bills add defensive end Nelson Caesar while cutting wide receiver Jalen Virgil and defensive end Justin Hollins. Kawan Baker, I have not seen or heard much of him.
I don't know much about most of them, to be honest.
No, they must be second team practice squad people. Yeah.
I've not really heard their names or anything. I don't remember anything about them, to be honest.
This is where we come into it now, because a lot of people getting signed and released and stuff like that are second team practice squad people that I just don't know who they are.
But the other thing to keep an eye on for a lot of people, especially around this time of the season, is everyone's prepping for their 52-man roster cut downs. A lot of these players get cut from teams. When the roster's been released, they get re-signed to like practice squad or something. They're not necessarily out of teams or anything like that. It could be that they come back to their practice squad players, so they got to be released from the team.
To be signed to the practice squad, yeah. Yes.
But the Browns signed wide receiver Isaiah Bond on a 3-year, $3 million deal after he went undrafted after legal trouble earlier this year, but the case was dropped and he's now in Cleveland. I think this one was quite interesting because he always knew he was going to get signed. It was the legal issue hanging over him that stopped people from signing him.
Yeah.
I also seen that he put out I can't remember if it was a tweet or if it was an Instagram post, but he put out a big thank you to the Browns for believing in him and taking a chance on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be an interesting signing. It's not a big contract. It's 3 years. It's got some length for an undrafted rookie.
Yeah, $3 million.
But $3 million isn't a lot of money for
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about right for a rookie, realistically.
Yeah, it is really.
I think
3 years, $3 million.
Because of going undrafted, I think if he hadn't had the legal trouble, he would have probably got drafted. Maybe a late round. I think he would have got drafted. So I think he's now going to try and take this chance to prove he should have been drafted and stuff like that.
That is, I feel, how everybody that is undrafted always puts in that bit more effort to be like, you should have drafted me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a quality undrafted free agent, Reed Blankenship.
Yeah, exactly.
Once he got that starter job 3 years ago, he hasn't been taken off the field unless he's injured.
Exactly. And it's those people, they're hungry and they just want it that little bit more than the person that got drafted. Because they didn't get drafted, they've got shit to prove. Yeah.
I also think, in a way, going undrafted sometimes can be more beneficial because you get to choose who you go to. You get to go and speak to the teams you're interested in. Yeah. Obviously, the draft is you're told where you're going. So I think for some people, undrafted can be a bit more of a relief because they get to go where they want.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you decide you don't want to go to the team that's drafted you, You can go back to college, but then you got to do it all over again. And I feel that is going to be hanging over their head when they enter the draft next year. You turned down the Packers last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it could be interesting.
Rumor mill. You're up first with the rumor mill.
We got to do top games first.
I didn't put a top game, did you?
I put 2 in.
Buccaneers versus Steelers, Patriots versus Vikings.
Yes, they were. From what I've seen of the games, I rewatched the Pats Vikings because it was one of them. I was watching it while I was doing something, so I didn't fully concentrate on it. But I rewatched the highlights of the Pats. The Patriots actually put on a really good game.
I
was really surprised by the Patriots.
I couldn't pick games for this week, and I thought, it's preseason, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's preseason, but I mean, for fans who really love football and what have you, I think they're good games that they could go and watch if they're not bothered about the teams.
Yeah.
Buccaneers and Steelers were quite a good showing.
I liked the Raiders game. I thought that was quite a good game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a game of the week.
No, I was kind of, I felt like that. It was a good game, but it wasn't one of the top games. So that's why I didn't put it on there. But I think personally, if you want something to watch and you're not bothered by a team, Bucks, Steelers, Pats, Vikings.
I don't think I watched Bucks. I don't think I watched either of them games, if I'm honest. I got a bit waylaid with other stuff. I will, as you've said that, I will go and have a look.
But yeah, rumour mill. Giants QB Jackson Dart reportedly will become the starter sooner than expected, and Falcons are also expected to sign former first-round cornerback CJ Henderson. So they'll be interesting ones to watch.
Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin reportedly close to sign an extension worth $30 million per year before the season. How long is his contract going to be?
If he's getting $30 million,
it's going to be a 3 or 4 year.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the whole reason they do these sit outs and all this stuff. It's they want the long contract, they want the bigger money. And to be fair, he has been one of the best receivers in the Commanders organization for a few years, and he has stuck with them through the bad.
Yeah, and hopefully they get something going this season.
They could both come to an agreement on what he's getting. I think it'll be a 3 or 4 year. That's the average. And yeah, I mean, if they both decide it, he could get 30 mil.
Yeah. Player of the week. Who did you go with this week?
See, I couldn't really pick one player of the week it was a weird one for me. There was so many people on and off the fields that I couldn't really pick one player of the week. I concentrated more on just the overall kind of game.
With Ashton Genty, like looking at his first week preseason game, he was getting, I think he ended that game -1 yard. And then second game, if you haven't watched him play in the second game, you should have seen it. The highlight reels were going all over TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, I think one thing to Russell Wilson, I can't say he was my player of the week. His deep ball, though, that was a thing of beauty. That one I sent you.
Oh, yes.
That deep ball down the field, that was a thing of beauty.
That was.
But I couldn't pick him as player of the week because that was the only sort of highlight thing I saw from him.
Yeah, well, Ashton Genty had a couple of nice long I wouldn't say long runs like 10 yards, 15 yards, but he was carrying grown men on his back. He had 2 people and he still managed to get another like 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, I think there was quite a few sort of rookies and backups playing a lot of good ball this week. That's why it was hard for me to choose. The Eagles had a few, each team had a few that actually showed some good play this week. So it was quite hard to choose a player of the week for me this week.
That's it.
I'm out.
Thanks for tuning in to Exleys on the NFL. Follow us on Instagram at Exleys NFL Podcast and TikTok Tony Exley 12, on X or Twitter at Tony Exley 12, and at Scooby. That's where you'll find all our social media. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, and we're also on Spotify. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to Exleys on the NFL. Follow us on Instagram at Exleys NFL Podcast and TikTok at Tony Exley 12. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.